Imagine discovering an animal that science declared extinct decades ago, only to realize it may have never disappeared. Every year, people report seeing creatures that aren't supposed to exist anymore: a giant striped predator crossing a mountain trail, a bird thought lost for generations, even a species that scientists believed vanished before humans ever walked the earth. Most of these stories turn out to have simple explanations, but not all of them. Some left behind photographs, some left behind DNA. What if extinction isn't always forever? Today, we're counting down 8 animals that might not be as extinct as everyone believes. And stay until the end, because our final animal completely changed science after disappearing for millions of years. Number 8. Dodo. Everyone knows the dodo, or at least they think they do. History tells us the strange flightless bird disappeared forever during the 1600s after humans reached Mauritius. Case closed. Except the story isn't actually that simple. No one knows the exact day, or even the exact year, the last dodo died. For decades after the bird supposedly vanished, sailors continued describing large, clumsy birds deep inside parts of Mauritius that almost nobody explored. Were they simply mistaken? Maybe, but historians noticed something interesting. Many of those reports came from experienced sailors who had spent months observing wildlife across the Indian Ocean. Researchers later examined old journals, shipping records, and eyewitness accounts. Some concluded the dodo may have survived years, or even decades longer than history books originally suggested. That discovery changed how scientists think about extinction. Because if people could be wrong once, how many other species disappeared later than we believed? The next animal asks an even stranger question. What if people are still seeing one today? Number 7. Ivory-billed woodpecker. The sound lasted only a few seconds. A loud, rapid knocking echoing through a Louisiana swamp. To most people, it was just another woodpecker. To experienced bird watchers, it sounded impossible. The ivory-billed woodpecker was supposed to be gone. Officially, no confirmed wild bird had been documented for generations. Then reports started appearing again. Hunters, kayakers, wildlife photographers. Some claimed they caught brief glimpses of a massive black and white bird flying between ancient cypress trees. Others recorded strange calls that experts still argue about today. None of the evidence proved the bird had survived, but none of it completely ruled the possibility out either. When wildlife officials considered declaring the species officially extinct, several researchers objected. Their reason: too many unanswered questions. The swamps where these birds once lived stretch for hundreds of miles. Some areas are so remote that few people ever enter them. Could one tiny population still exist? Most scientists remain skeptical. But every few years, another report appears. And every time it does, the search begins all over again. But if you think losing a bird is mysterious, wait until you hear about a tiger that may have left behind something far more convincing. Number 6. Javan tiger. It looked like nothing, just a single hair caught on an old fence. Most people would have walked right past it. Scientists didn't. The hair came from Western Java, where the Javan tiger officially disappeared decades ago. When researchers analyzed its DNA, the results sparked international headlines. Some believed the sample closely matched the extinct tiger. Others argued there wasn't enough evidence to reach that conclusion. The debate spread quickly. Could one of the world's rarest big cats still be hiding inside the dense rainforests of Java? Camera traps were expanded. Search teams surveyed remote valleys. Local villagers shared stories that sounded remarkably similar. Large striped cats, silent movements, brief encounters that vanished almost instantly. Still, no clear photograph has ever confirmed the species survives. And that's what makes the mystery so fascinating. One tiny piece of evidence was enough to reopen a question that many people believed had already been answered. Sometimes, extinction isn't proven by finding the last animal. Sometimes it's only an assumption made after years of silence. But the next creature wasn't hidden inside a rainforest. It crossed nearly an entire continent and completely surprised the scientists tracking it. Number 5. Eastern cougar. It started with a single phone call. A dead mountain lion had been found beside a highway in Connecticut. At first, wildlife officials assumed it had escaped from captivity. There was just one problem. No zoos had reported a missing cougar. No private owner had either. So scientists tested its DNA. What they discovered stunned everyone. The young male hadn't escaped from anywhere. It had walked there, more than 1,500 miles from South Dakota. Along the way, hidden trail cameras captured brief glimpses of the cat in several different states. Hair samples confirmed its path. Even paw prints matched. It became one of the longest journeys ever recorded by a wild cougar. But the discovery raised an even bigger question. If one cougar could quietly cross nearly half of North America, how many others could pass through unseen? Officially, the eastern cougar is extinct, but modern research suggests the eastern population may never have been genetically different from western cougars in the first place. Today, western cougars continue moving farther east every year. Most sightings turn out to be mistakes. A few don't, and in forests stretching for thousands of square miles. One confirmed photograph is all it would take to change the story again. But the next animal has been doing exactly that for almost a century. Number 4, thylacine. For nearly 90 years, people have been chasing a ghost. The thylacine, better known as the Tasmanian tiger, officially disappeared after the last captive animal died in 1936. At least that's what every textbook says. The strange part? The sightings never stopped. Hikers reported striped animals slipping into the trees. Farmers described dog-like predators moving silently across open fields at dusk. Even experienced park rangers claimed they had seen something they couldn't explain. Most reports lasted only seconds, too quick for a photograph, too brief for proof. Then researchers did something different. Instead of dismissing every sighting, they collected them. More than 1,000 reports were analyzed over several decades. Many were unreliable. Some were obvious mistakes, but a surprising number came from experienced observers with no reason to invent a story. Enough to keep scientists asking the same question. Could a tiny population have survived in Tasmania's vast wilderness? Search teams still deploy trail cameras across remote forests. Every blurry image sparks another debate. Every unexplained footprint makes headlines. No one has found a body. No one has captured a living thylacine. But no one has completely ended the mystery either. And somehow, the next animal may be even harder to believe. Number 3. Gigantopithecus. Imagine finding evidence of the largest ape that ever lived without ever discovering its complete skeleton. That's exactly what happened. Scientists first learned about Gigantopithecus in the most unexpected place imaginable. Not on an archaeological dig, not inside a cave, but inside an ancient medicine shop in China. Huge fossil teeth were being sold as dragon teeth. When researchers examined them, they realized they belonged to an enormous ape, unlike anything alive today. Standing nearly 10 feet tall, Gigantopithecus would have towered over modern gorillas. Yet despite decades of searching, scientists have found only teeth and jawbones. No complete skeleton, no complete skull. Almost everything we think we know has been reconstructed from fragments. That missing evidence has fueled speculation for generations. Could a giant ape have survived inside the dense forests of Southeast Asia? Stories about mysterious forest giants still appear across the region. Most are almost certainly folklore. Others probably describe known animals seen under unusual conditions, but because no one has ever uncovered the complete Gigantopithecus, its true appearance remains partly unknown. And whenever science leaves behind unanswered questions, legends rush in to fill the gaps. But our final 2 animals aren't surrounded by legends. One of them proved that extinction can be completely wrong, and the other may become the first extinct giant that humans bring back themselves. Number 2, coelacanth. Imagine spending your entire career studying an animal that everyone agrees is extinct. Then one morning, someone places a freshly caught specimen on a dock. That's exactly what happened in South Africa in 1938. For decades, the coelacanth existed only in fossils. Scientists believed it had disappeared around 66 million years ago when the dinosaurs vanished. There was no debate, no mystery. It was gone. Then everything changed. A museum curator noticed something unusual among a local fisherman's catch. It didn't look like any fish she'd ever seen. Desperate for answers, she contacted an ichthyologist. When he finally saw the specimen, he could hardly believe his eyes. A fish that had supposedly vanished tens of millions of years earlier was alive. The discovery became one of the greatest scientific surprises of the 20th century. But somehow, the story didn't end there. Decades later, researchers discovered an entirely different population, living thousands of miles away near Indonesia. Then modern submersibles began exploring underwater volcanic caves, hundreds of feet below the surface. There, they found more. living quietly in one of the least explored environments on Earth. The coelacanth changed the way scientists think about extinction forever, because if one species could remain hidden for millions of years, what else might still be waiting in places we've barely explored? That question leads directly to our final animal, because unlike every creature on this list, scientists aren't just looking for it, they're trying to bring it back. Number 1, woolly mammoth. For thousands of years, the woolly mammoth belonged to history. Its frozen bodies emerged from melting Arctic ice. Its enormous tusks filled museums around the world. Everyone believed its story had ended long ago, until scientists asked an extraordinary question. What if extinction wasn't permanent? Instead of searching for a living mammoth, researchers began searching its DNA. Remarkably well-preserved remains recovered from Siberian permafrost still contain valuable genetic material. By comparing that DNA with the Asian elephant, its closest living relative, scientists hope to recreate many of the traits that once helped mammoths survive the Ice Age. Thick insulating fur, layers of body fat, smaller ears that conserve heat. The goal isn't to clone the last mammoth. It's to produce elephants with mammoth-like adaptations that could one day live in Arctic environments. Supporters believe such animals might even help restore ancient grasslands by knocking down trees and compacting snow. Critics argue that no matter how advanced the technology becomes, a recreated animal would never truly be a mammoth. The debate is far from over, but one thing is certain. For the first time in history, extinction is no longer just about the past. It's becoming a question about the future, and perhaps that's the biggest surprise of all. The next animal declared extinct might not be rediscovered in the wild,